I talk too much, apparently, and I am working on that, but not right now. This is my video diary, so, obviously I'm going to talk without restraint here in this forum. So if you do not like the sound of my voice, I would recommend skipping this one. It's very monologue heavy. But I don't know, if you heard me call this a diary and your voyeurism overrides your aversion to my voice, maybe you want to stick around, delight in my general discomfort. It's something that tends to underride a lot of my work. It's your call. I can't make that decision for you. I just moved to Ithaca, New York with my girlfriend Rachel, who is getting her doctorate at Cornell. And it's a very bad move for me on paper, seeing as I am currently an under-recognized comedian, actor, and screenwriter on the cusp of some serious breakthroughs. Excuse me. It's Derek. Can I call you right back? It's a very bad move for me on paper, seeing as I'm a comedian, actor, screenwriter. I'm on the cusp of some serious breakthroughs. And seeing as this isn't the early 20th century, apparently Ithaca was a big deal in the silent film era. But all I'm seeing here in 2022 is an isolated college town without a viable stand-up scene or decent Mexican food. Anyway, I've been voicing these concerns to Rachel regularly enough that it is compromising our relationship. She has gone so far as to threaten to set me free if I can't change my outlook. And while being free sounds amazing as a general rule, I'm cursed with enough foresight to know that I would regret losing her in the long run. And also, I don't want to taint the romantic gesture I made moving here by tapping out early. I feel like I need to last the winter, at least, for it to count. But yeah, no, the gesture was radical for me. Something comparable to getting a face tattoo, I'd say. Only the consequences are a bit more dire and long-lasting, not only for me, but for the culture at large. If I'm going to remain a relative unknown solely on account of me moving here, then I believe that the world will have lost one of its greats. But yeah, I get emotional about it. It really is romantic as all hell. What I did, the gesture I made. It's, if you're familiar with romance, you know that it's inconvenient by nature. It sucks. It's also a bit embarrassing in my case. Like while my 25-year-old girlfriend works in an Ivy League lab studying the mating behavior of prairie voles, I'm stuck being a 34-year-old semi-working actor looking for part-time bartending gigs in a town with a median age of 22. It's, and on that note, if anyone has any freelance video editing work they need done, do not hesitate to DM me. If you're casting roles I'd be good for, I will make myself available. If travel expenses aren't included in the budget, I'll just run up the credit card that I plan to pay off when I'm successful. And if I'm unsuccessful, then I'll just have the executor of my estate deal with settling the balance. I'm sorry, Derek. Try to find my pogs. I have pogs somewhere that you could sell. So where was I? Right, I talk too much. So let's say I'm experiencing some inner turmoil. Chances are it will be coming out of my mouth in one form or another. And let's face it, that is not sexy. I'm a perceptive guy, and I can see it in Rachel's face. Her attraction to me has an inverse correlation to the amount of complaining I do. So my plan for now is to funnel all of my verbal negativity into this series, publish it online, and then when I'm with her, I'll just measure my words and, pretend that I'm stable, which is in my wheelhouse as an actor. So I'll do something like, I don't know, when I'm feeling insecure about a sty that won't go away, for instance, I will refrain from exploring that insecurity out loud, citing how she let her betta fish starve to death when it got ick, i.e. white spot disease, because as she said at the time, pet fish have one job, which is to be pretty, and if they can't manage that, let them die. And instead, I will bear that sty with quiet dignity. And I'll make her dinner while she's working on her grant proposal. And as far as verbal positivity goes, I need to pare that down as well. if I want to recoup some of the sexiness I've lost through the course of this relationship. For instance, I should probably stop saying cool beans when I'm excited. I have found that most people find interjections like that disquieting if they're coming out of an adult man's mouth. And I do get that. I just, I feel like emotionally I'm still at an age where cool beans is a nifty thing to say, but, it is what it is. And I'm gonna be saying that more, I think. It is what it is, because stoicism is sexy, and that phrase in particular lets people know that while I may be transcending it, I do have conflict in my life. And you need conflict if you're going to be a hero in your own life story. You also need an audience for it to count as a story. So thank you for listening. I'm still working on my word economy. So if you didn't make it this far into this installment, it's fine. It is what it is.